Hi, this is DigitalFemme and welcome to my channel. If you are new to this channel, I'm glad you stopped by and do consider subscribing because there might be one video that will totally resonate with you and you're going to go, you know what, I'm so glad I found this YouTube channel. Anyway, this video I'm going to talk about the one thing I'm not looking forward to. I am so not looking forward to it, and a couple of things that I am. So let's start with what I'm not looking for. I am not looking forward to March 14. The reason why is because that is daylight savings time in North America. Now, because I live in the middle of Canada, this province literally does not change times at all. We just stay always the same, which is kind of like good because I don't lose an hour's sleep or I don't gain an hour's sleep. As long as I don't lose an hour's sleep, that is good. But with that said, because I work for a company in Toronto, Toronto will now be 2 hours ahead after March 14. So that means that if there is a meeting at 9 o'clock in the morning, I have to be up bright-eyed and bushy-tailed by 7 in the morning. And if you know me, I am not a morning person. So half of the year, because I have to wake up 2 hours earlier than I want to, I am not a happy camper. So that's one thing I'm not looking forward to. So how am I going to prepare for that? I'm simply just going to need to sleep earlier. Now that's going to be a challenge for me because I have always been a night person, and I know there are people out there that swear that they are night people, and there are people out there that swear they're morning people, and there are people out there that just say it's all a bunch of hogwash and that you could put your mind to it. Yeah, you can. I used to be a nurse and I had to be on the floor for 6:45 to get a report from the other nurse. So believe me, I was a nurse for 11 years, and it's not that I worked days for 11 years. It's not that, but I get it. You have to rise to the occasion. But I really feel like my normal body rhythm, and I know people think about, oh, you got to go with the circadian rhythm, the sun, the moon, and all that. I'm not buying it. Like, it doesn't matter. I am a night person. Okay. The one thing I am looking forward to is I finally got to figure out how to set up my Jumper T-Lite controller. So I got this, I think 2 weeks ago. And the reason why I got this is because I want to practice being really good at FPV drone piloting, first person view. Now, a good friend of mine told me that I should get this. It's under $100. I paid like $79 Canadian. I waited about 3.5 weeks for it. It came intact. I'm glad it came. And it took forever to set it up. And by forever, I mean like 3 days of looking up stuff on YouTube. Not consistently, but just when I had the chance. Now, I have never flown a drone using this type of controller. Yes, I do have a DJI Spark. Yes, I do have a Parrot Mini. So I am familiar with navigating drones using whatever they use. I never had to set one up. I mean, you just power it on. You pretty much know what buttons to pick, and that's it. This one, it's like the software is OpenTXT, which is really complicated. Apparently, there's like over 100, like, not modes, like channels or 100 things that it can connect to, like devices or remote controls. Like, I'm not even sure. But the reason why I had trouble setting it up is because there was a lot of YouTube channels that talked about it. They did reviews about it. They kind of like showed you a little bit of how to set it up. But there was no YouTube channel or no YouTube video, not even a forum that I could find that gave a beginner like me the true full-on how to set things up, let alone figure out what the buttons were for. Yes, there's an up and down and an enter and return, and that's probably, self-explanatory for most people. But just setting up like the channels and calibrating it and everything like that, that was like not a good experience. But I am happy that I got to do it because it took a lot of logical thinking and watching a number of videos that I had to piece together like a puzzle. I'm actually thinking of doing a YouTube video just for beginners like me on figuring out how to set up a controller, the Jumper T-Lite. Now, what am I going to use this for? I'm not going to fly. I'm not going to bind it to a drone. No, not yet. I want to get really good at practicing, like the throttle, the pitch, the yaw, and the the role. So I got a simulator, and that's the Drone Racing League simulator. I paid for it. I think it was on sale on Steam for like $5.99 US or Canadian. I can't even remember. So I downloaded it and I got to try it, and it was like amazing. Amazing because I finally got to try this out on the simulator, and I really need to improve. So that's why I'm practicing. Another good thing is that I got a headset. I got a gaming headset. Now, by all means, I'm not a gamer, not at all. I did want a headset because I wanted to do some testing with OBS, and I wanted to make sure that when I connected to different audio platforms or audio devices, I get to hear exactly what I want to hear. So I figured, I need a headset. So I decided to get this. This is a Razer Blackshark V2. It's the one with the USB sound card. I dropped about $139 Canadian, I believe. Yeah, $139. Was it worth it? Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It's comfortable. It's really, really light. I like the audio is good. The microphone, I got a bunch of people to test on WhatsApp. WhatsApp now you can on the desktop do video, which is great. And I tested it on Zoom. I tested it on OBS. So people did say that yes, the microphone that this has is good. The one thing that, man, the reason why I got the Blackshark V2 with the USB sound card, it's $50 more than just the plain one without the sound card. The reason why I paid an extra $50 is because with the sound card, you can tweak out the audio and the mic settings. So I get home, I plug it in, I'm all ready to download their software. I think it's called Synergy 3. And guess what? I found out that the software isn't compatible with a Mac. And I was like, oh my God. It reminds me of my Linux days when I pretty much felt like a loner just among the... Like when you're with Linux way back in the day, there was really nothing for Linux. Like you were stuck with it, and you were so lucky if other games, forget about games, but if software kind of like developed for Linux. Anyway, it reminded me of my Linux days. So am I disappointed that I paid the extra $50? A little bit, but I feel like Razer might come up with a Mac compatible software. I'm not going to hold my breath though. But with that said, I still like the headphone. It still does what I wanted to do. Could I have gotten the cheaper mic headset? Sure, why not? But you know what? Whatever. Another thing that I'm really looking forward to is really using my stand-up desk. So, you know what? I've been looking for a stand-up desk for about a little over 2 months now, and I've been budgeting for it. So ever since I've gotten this full-time remote work job, I've been literally sitting on my ass like at least 8 hours a day, and at the most sometimes 16 hours a day. I kid you not. I sit right here, and I did not really have a good desktop setup. I have my laptop, which now I kind of like evolved my, I guess I would call it a command station, meaning I command my work. I am DigitalFemme, so you don't see this right now, but there's like a 31-inch Acer monitor that I got recently, and I got a new M1 MacBook Air, yes, for my birthday. What else did I get that was new? Oh, and I am actually filming on an iPhone 12 Pro Max. So if you are new to this channel, or if you are a subscriber, you know that I jump-started this YouTube channel with my iPhone 11 Pro because I just wanted to see how I could just do videos with a smartphone. Well, I was doing it until I saw the iPhone 12 Pro Max. It came out, and I said, you know what, I'm going to get it because it has a better camera than the 11 Pro, and, it's all about the camera. And you know what? I kind of don't like it. The reason why I don't like the 12 Pro Max camera is because it is so much better than 11 Pro. It shows so much detail. I mean, detail. the freckles on my face, the wrinkles that are forming, the pores. I don't like that. I really don't like that it shows way too much. It's almost like HD on meth or HD camera on cocaine. It's ridiculous. I don't know what that is. But I wish it had a blur feature. Like, honestly, I don't know. So I am videotaping on my 12 Pro Max. And do I like it? Other than the fact that the camera is super awesome and it just shows everything on my face, yes, I do. I'll tell you one thing though, with this whole, when you back up to the cloud and you get a new phone and you just restore from the backup, nothing really changes. I mean, literally, it was exactly like my 11 Pro. I mean, after I synced the apps and everything was the same. The app placement was the same. Everything was the same. The only thing that was different was the size. Was it considerably bigger or is it? Yes, it is. My fingers for about a couple of days really felt that stretch. And I wish I could show you. Okay, so let's do a comparison in size from my iPhone 11 Pro to the new iPhone 12 Pro Max. So this is the case of my iPhone 11 Pro. It fits fine. It's pretty much the size of the phone. And this is the case of the 12 Pro Max. Hold on, it's tangled. So it's the same case. It's leather and it's the same brand. I forgot what brand it is. But I really like it. So this is the size of the 12 Pro Max. This is the size of the 11 Pro. See that? A big difference, right? And I know there's YouTube channels that have the both for the phones, so you can really see the difference. I can't. I actually traded in my 11 Pro. You know what? Because I had it in such a good shape and I threw in the charger that came with it, I got like $746 for trade-in. So really, my 12 Pro Max wasn't really that expensive. Well, anyway, see, look at that. See the difference? So yes, 3 good things that I was excited about. Oh yes, I was talking about my stand-up desk. So yeah, the stand-up desk I got it at Costco last weekend. So I wasn't even planning to get a stand-up desk like right then and there, because the stand-up desk that I was looking at, I think it was a company from Vancouver and they were called Motion Wise, Motion Sense, Motion something. And the desk I was looking for was going to be like around $600. And I find that they range from a little bit over $500 to maybe a little over $1,000. They can get more expensive, but that was my budget. So here I am walking around Costco, going through the produce aisle. Then I turn around the corner and I see this desk. And I just went, what? And it was like electric. You can go up and down. It has 3 settings and it even has a drawer. I liked it. It has a nice smooth tempered glass for the top. It's not white. It's gray. The base is gray. But you know what? For the price, $349 Canadian plus tax. That was great. And to be honest, when I buy things, I like to see it, touch it, feel it, smell it. I don't really smell it. And just get it right away. I really don't like the waiting. And I don't mean to be a hypocrite, because I know for my jumper T-Lite, I waited for like a little over 3 weeks, which was worth it. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say on this. Oh, I also wanted to talk about YouTube algorithm. You know what? When I jump-started this channel, I wanted to do the 1/166-day challenge. And what that was to do one video for 1 hour a day for 66 days straight. Well, I accomplished that. And then I went ahead and said, you know what? I'm going to do the 1/1000-day challenge. And I think I stopped at 148 videos, like straight, like every day. Then I stopped because this one is like a video, because this video is the first video I've done since like 2 weeks ago. But I realized that with me doing a channel every day, it really didn't increase my follower count. Now, because I didn't do a video for maybe over 2 weeks, my subscribership has I'm not kidding you. It has gone. I've had more subscribers in these past 2 weeks than I have in like 8 months. Like the rate of people subscribing. It's ridiculous. And I actually found out that there's two of my videos, or two categories of my videos, that are really popular. And they are Moldavite. I did about 4 or 5 videos on Moldavite, and I had a lot of comments and views on that. So I'm really great that those Moldavite videos helped some people. And it's really nice to know that I'm not the only one, or I'm not alone in terms of having these types of Moldavite experiences. And if you don't know what Moldavite is, I'll put the link in the description and you can like see it, or you can just Google it on YouTube, and there's so many videos about people talking about Moldavite. Moldavite is like a tektite. It's like a form of, it's like a glass. Anyway, I don't know where it is. I think mine's in my bedroom. And the other video category was my betta fish Bob Fernando. Like, I didn't even mean it to be a video. I mean, I took a video because I wanted to show, I couldn't believe when I put some neon tetras in the beta tank where Bob Fernando was. First, everything was fine, and I knew that neon tetras could get along with betta fish and vice versa. But after like a few minutes, I saw Bob Fernando chasing the neon tetras. So I had to film it, and I uploaded it, and wow, I got like a lot of comments and a lot of like, I'm a bad betta fish mom because you're not supposed to. First of all, I have a 3.5 gallon tank, and everybody said, no, that tank is so small. You need at least a 10-gallon tank. And I was like, well, I didn't know. I thought a 3.5 gallon tank was like huge compared to the little plastic cuppy things that you get the betta fish from at the pet store. And then I put the neon tetras in after the betta fish, and everybody's like, no, you should put the betta fish after you put in like the other smaller fish, so that it's all this territorial thing. Well, my goodness, I learned so much from all of you that are so into fish and betta fish. Thank you so much. I am humbled by your knowledge and your patience, and thank you for being so kind and calling me out on it. And that's all I want to say. That's what I love about the YouTube community. They really stick to, I learn a lot. I learn a lot from YouTube. And another thing, of course, I'm still into BTS. If you don't know, BTS is that really, really hugely popular Korean band, 7-member band. And did you watch the MTV Unplugged? Like, I think it was February 24th to 26th, where BTS got to do the cover of Coldplay's Fix You. Like, I want to do a reaction video to that, even though I've reacted to it so many times and I've watched so many reaction videos to it. But it always makes me well up. And there's a certain part, actually, well, there's a lot of parts, but there's a certain part that just like gets to me, and I just like cry of joy. I don't know what it is about those guys. And just, I mean, whoever, the whole lighting design, the whole staging of just the 7 of them sitting on the stools. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I will put the link in the description. You have to see it. So Coldplay, I think Chris Martin, he sang Fix You, I don't know how many years ago. And I know that Coldplay, they are very protective. They really don't like anybody doing covers of their songs, because for whatever reason, right? But the fact that they said okay and they allowed BTS to cover Fix You, and not only that, they commented on their Instagram, BTS's or Big Hit Entertainment's Instagram, on the YouTube channel, and on Twitter, and they commented in Korean, and I think it translates to just beautiful, and they had all the initials of the band members. The fact that they allowed BTS to cover Fix You, and then they commented and just like gave the boys praise, like, oh, that's so touching. And the one thing that's so exciting is if you are a Coldplay fan and you never heard of BTS before, so you saw these 7 guys do the cover of Coldplay's Fix You, and you just are amazed by their vocals, so you go find out more about them. And for ARMY is the name of what you would call, or what you call the BTS fans. ARMY, who has never heard of Coldplay, which I don't know why you wouldn't have, but if you're not, and you hear BTS do a cover of this song, and you can't help but fall in love with it, then you get introduced to Coldplay. Like, it's like the perfect marriage almost. And I'm just so happy. You gotta see it. You just gotta see it. Please, please see it. I'll put the link in the description and you have to see it. It's just so beautiful. And that's all. So thank you for watching and visiting. And thank you for subscribing, all my new subscribers. And if you subscribe because of Moldavite or my betta fish, don't unsubscribe just because this is not a Moldavite or betta fish video. I will do another Moldavite update for you, and I will update you with Bob Fernando and my 2 remaining neon tetras. Okay? All right. So wherever you are in this world, have a great day, have a great evening, and thank you for watching. And don't forget to subscribe. Bye-bye.